2 more games, Dad. 2 more games to glory.
There was 2 left, baby.
Yeah. I'm so relieved. That game was on a knife's edge. Neither team could pull away, and it really seemed like the Mavericks were trying to lose that game, and we just would not put them to sleep.
I disagree with you there. I feel like they cannot match up with us. They can't. The Celtics did not have one explosive run. If they had one explosive run, that game's over at any point. We just needed to get up to close to a 20-point lead, and that game was over. But our inability to hit wide open 3-pointers just kept Dallas in the game. Let's attract a pull grind. This is super encouraging, though. We cannot shoot any worse than we did tonight. And it just shows that when we play constant defense on this team, Dallas, they cannot hang with us. Can you imagine if the Celtics even shot average from 3 tonight, what the score would be? This is, I'm telling you, this series is over. I said it in the pregame. Most of you probably didn't see it because Facebook is garbage and banned us for some bizarre 24-hour reason. But I predicted Jrue Holiday was going to be sneaky good tonight, and of course he was.
Yep.
And I predicted that if we just played defense every possession, like with the last minute of the game, the tied game, we would win this game. And despite a terrible shooting night, that's what the Celtics defense did. They played unbelievable defense. And I don't want to hear any Tatum bashing whatsoever. Yep, he struggled again shooting, but once again, defense amazing. Double-digit assists, rebounds amazing. Yep, he did miss some weird
He tried to make some Kyrie-esque layups. It was a bit weird.
You need to like put a certain spin on the ball to get those. And I don't Tatum impact again.
Impacted
super
winning.
Positive impacted. Did not try to force too much. And
there's only a couple times, and so let's make a couple comments here. We got Tim.
Tim the Quinn.
Yep. Tim Hilliard's in here. Tim, go C's. Big game, Tim. The B's heard us. The C's are really living up to everything here. Yes. And Mr. Quinn with the dreaded game 2 curse, now behind Boston. Only one thing left to do. Mavericks parade. That is canceled. Celtics parade status. Who's bringing the crying baby face? Kyrie Irving. You know what? I'm going to get those Kyrie Irving clown T-shirts from Dave Portnoy, who's sitting courtside. So
I did love that.
That's Tim's guy. Tim's a big Barstool guy. He loves all the podcasts we run. So Dave Portnoy courtside with that shirt on is really salt in the wound. And this was a big game for, like you said, that game too. The Mavericks were undefeated in game 2. And did they look like a world stopper in game 2 with their full healthy roster?
No. The thing is, it's just everything we thought. The Mavericks cannot match up with us. They just can't. We're just a far superior team with them.
Under 100 again.
Everyone was like, oh, the Mavericks, they're battle tested. Look at these series they're winning against these teams. You know what? It turns out when you go back and look, there's serious flaws with those 3 teams that they beat.
Yeah.
And now they're up against a juggernaut like the Boston Celtics, and all of a sudden they don't look so good. All of us, they don't. Doncic has his moments. You can't have those moments for 48 minutes. You just can't.
8 turnovers. For Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and 7 for 18, so a much better game this game than last game, but not much.
Still not great.
He really disappeared for them when they needed him the most. Yeah. He was absolutely off. He had a lot of fouls. He luckily didn't have more fouls. He got a pretty gentle whistle after that 3rd foul. And from our side, we could not have shot much worse, and we managed to beat these guys by 7, and we kept them under 100. Like you said, the fast break points were huge. We were generating a lot of turnovers. There was a lot of really bad misses.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Mr. Quinn.
Mr. Quinn, if you're ever in the Massachusetts area, let me know. I would love to go for a beer with Mr. Quinn.
He lives in Florida. He might live in Florida.
You live in Florida?
He's a Panthers fan.
Oh,
he might. You might be. You might be your neighbor. You might be living. Maybe your roommate. My dad just got a
probably
roommate.
on the other side of Florida. But if you're on the Clearwater side, let me know.
Yeah,
absolutely. Go hang out with you and talk sports.
Yeah,
with you anytime.
Anyone who is shocked by this really forgot you cannot be missing your free throws, and win off
Yeah.
back one player, LeBron and the Cavaliers won. I think, and oh my gosh, that's a really great team. And I saw that. It's like everyone coming in said, "Well, the Mavs are the best players, so they're gonna win." If it was about having the best player, LeBron would have like 10 straight
Of course, he
championships.
was the best player in the league. You're
Every
right.
oh yeah, like every so we
That
got
is a good point.
yeah,
Right,
that
so
wasn't my take. That was somebody else commenting on that. Kudos to
yeah,
them. Jeff Unknown, thanks for coming back, man. It's good to see you. I like these victory laps for doing the Jeff Unknown. Okay, can we all agree that the best moment of the game was when Brown picked Doncic's pocket from behind when Boston went down and scored? Amazing.
yeah,
That was so huge. Brown was like almost put a stamp on so many of the moments where it's like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here?
yeah.
And he really shined.
Brown wasn't as dynamic as he was last game, but again, the Celtics are they're not focusing on points. They're not focusing on their points. They're focusing on doing the little things.
Yep.
And again, Tatum did not have he didn't have a nice shooting. But 12 assists. You see Magic Johnson? I mean, 12 assists, defense. It's just amazing. And
Yeah.
doing right there is rebounding.
I mean, but for Jaylen Brown, right? That
Yeah.
was a huge steal coming from
That was
behind.
a huge
That's
deal.
the moment that,
Yeah.
like, that's one of those things where it's like the Mavs are like, "Oh, here we go," and
Yep.
he hustles back. And again, that's a superstar level player. That's a
Yeah.
top, in my top 10 player in the NBA, and he's hustling like no other. He's not giving up on the play. He's not putting, he's not on Holiday's post-game dream. He was singing Tatum's praises, thought he was the reason we won the game. They were drinking him on every possession, and he was able to dish the ball effectively. They were doubling him. Yeah, doubling him. Yeah.
Double and triple teaming him again. And Tatum was burning him with the assists, and when Tatum did shoot, he was off again. Again, I don't care about that. And Derek White,
Yep.
oh my, like Matt and I were pissed at him. He had one baseline mid-range jumper behind the backboard that drove me nuts with like 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yep.
When we were going on a run, and of course, he missed, and Dallas went down and got a basket. And then he had a transition three-pointer that drove the young Cav insane. Like,
so confused by that.
He just hit the side of the backboard.
I mean,
like
that's
terrible.
embarrassing. Like,
Yeah,
as a player, like whenever you see that, it's like, oh, this guy's feeling it. He comes up, hits the three. No, you hit like the side of the rim.
But then what did White do after that? Huge three-pointer with no time left on the shot, like a back-breaking 30-foot three-pointer off balance, and huge block. Jaylen Brown might have got to that PJ Washington block, but Derek White's the actual guy who did it first. I mean,
yeah, Derek White got that block. They credited it to Derek White. But again, it's the lack of laziness. Everyone is a part of the play, and like Jaylen Brown could have saw Derek White going for it, like, oh, he'll get it. Could have thought, and vice versa. But they both go up and they take it into their own hands. And when we needed it the most at the end of the game, Jaylen Brown had put Gafford, I think, in the mixer and just said, you know what, I'm going up and I'm gonna finish this. And it was huge. They were not going to give us any call. Oh, here's Javon.
We have a Dallas fan in here. Hold on.
Javon is alive from the dead. Like, he's a man of his
word.
No
panic over here. Okay.
Good effort to end the game. Missed call on that PJ play to cut it to 3.
Missed call?
Are you talking about the dunk?
That wasn't a block?
Jay, if you think that dunk block, then you honestly don't like basketball,
Jay. Not great.
Jay, you're better than that.
That's not a great look. Be better.
We get that call in Dallas.
You're not concerned? I mean, you're super confident that Dallas is going to win both games back in Dallas. And the Celtics haven't lost a road game since I was like a toddler.
You got pushed.
Jay. Oh, here we go.
Jay, is your favorite player Tony Brothers? Is that who you want? Is clearly before the block? Listen. Here's the thing. The ref had so much to do this team. I'm not even saying it's favoring Celtics or favoring Mavs. I didn't like how active the refs were. It was insane. I mean, the first and second quarter, it was constant whistles. So I'm almost shocked, Jay, they didn't call a foul because they were pretty much called a foul on every other time the Mavs were coming down the floor. Like the Horford, jump by on Doncic for the N1. Was that a ton of contact? Like late in the game? No, but they called it. Jay, don't act like they weren't giving you calls. They 100% were giving you calls.
I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with the uncapped. I didn't mind the reference. I just didn't. It was.
I just like how much they were there.
There are times where I see the Celtics. I feel like we're hacking that too. they're not, and they're not calling it, but there's, it's going both ways.
Yeah.
It really, I don't. I've said that many times. I don't want my basketball looking like hockey. I don't. I
Yeah.
want beautiful, graceful basketball. But I mean, there's times I'm like, oh damn, Celtics
Yeah.
got away with one there, and then there's other times like I want to yell. I'm like,
The
yeah,
word.
and I'm like, they're not calling anything, and I keep
Yeah.
reminding him of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
Matt, they're not like. He's like, oh, if we got bumped, oh, he didn't get that rebound because he bumped. I'm
It's
like,
because I want it
go,
to happen both
Matt,
ways.
they're
That's
not calling that. They're not unless the guy gets flattened. Like they're just not.
So I like how Tim's going all code on you, Jay. Naughty.
Oh,
Stewart is in for the victory lap. Stewart, I love it. Always welcome for the victory laps here.
Yes, thank you.
What a huge game. Even games. The old bull talks about how important these are, and we'll touch on my buddy Jay. My buddy Jay from work, he's a Mavs fan. The Doncic call was less contact than the push. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think the refs were egregious this game.
I want to jump in while we have a bunch of viewers on here.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a couple of giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
My son's going to try to find out if you're a subscriber. I'll try to put you in a raffle and get you like a gift card.
Yeah.
And we're gonna kind of get together on who our top 10 biggest fans, like some favorite are. We'll always chiming in our top 10 guys, and we're gonna get like a stuff drawn for you guys. Give you a 1 in 10 chance of winning. So we love you guys. We appreciate you subscribing to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something in the very near future to get you guys like a couple gift cards.
And honestly, we appreciate you guys being here to chat with us, right? I mean, this is just a bunch of dudes who love the sport and like to talk about this. No,
Kurt Ram.
Kurt, you have Kurt. This is what Facebook does to us. They ban us and force Kurt to, make a YouTuber or come here. Doesn't matter. Washington would have missed both free throws. And the Celtics would have come down and popped the three anyways.
Probably.
Kurt, yeah. I don't mind that reality at all. Yeah. But I don't think it's true of our bets. Both teams have been really struggling from the free throw line.
Oh, not tonight. The Celtics were amazing.
Celtics were 95%.
Yeah.
Missed one free throw. The Mavs 66%.
Yeah, not good.
And they had 4 more free throws.
I love when they had a technical foul and they could have gave it to anyone on the floor, and they gave it to Doncic. I'm like, was a sneaky. I've said in pre-games, he's a sneaky bad free throw shooter, and of course he claimed it.
I cannot believe it. And again, that's ego. That's Doncic.
Yeah.
And this is why people go to play with Doncic and they go elsewhere and they thrive, because Doncic is just the black hole.
Yeah.
And
away from free throw land.
That's absolutely absurd. And he went off this game, but that's what he basically does, right? 32 points.
One game is one person. Not going to matter if you go off against the Celtics. They got too many weapons. Too many. Celtics players had bad shooting nights, and they still didn't stand a chance against us.
Yeah.
We have too much. Doncic and Irving have to go nuclear to beat us, because the other clowns are not going to. That's all there is to it.
You guys are the best. I spent hours writing 6th grade 4th and 5th report cards today, so being on the stream is a highlight of my day. We appreciate you being here, especially for a W. I mean, the report card right now for the Celtics defense, A+. Offense, was like
not great.
Drew Holiday, A+.
Oh, Mr. Quinn, Tatum over Doncic. You know why? So right. How many times did we comment that Doncic was olaying people?
I was going to say,
Doncic wasn't even trying. Every Celtic was getting by him like nothing. Yeah. Like it was like a third grader who didn't even know basketball. Like everybody blew by Doncic tonight. So when you have a defensive liability like that, he's normally not great, but he's been trying lately. Tonight he went back to regular season defensive Doncic.
Yeah,
he was. Absolutely. I swear to God, I could have got by him.
Oh, yeah.
I could have gotten by him. And when you have a guy like that, I don't care what he scores. He just kills your team.
Yeah.
Because then the guy either gets a whip or a dunk, or he kicks it out because a team is helping you.
And Doncic is not
there's a wide open guy.
Doncic is not rotating.
No.
I mean, Jay doesn't believe you, Kurt. He thinks that in the midst of a 9-0 run, the magic happens. And all Jay needed was a few more fouls in the Celtics. The game would have been different. Love the next man up mentality. Really showing what the team is about. Doncic and Kyrie have practically impossible to stay hot for their entire game. And
Exactly.
that's the only way. And
Thank you, Tim.
yeah,
That's it. That's the only way they can beat us.
Tim
If they're
nailed it.
nuclear, their whole game. Good
Yeah.
luck with that.
And that's my dad was saying it's like everyone's like Doncic is just wowing everybody in the first quarter, but come third quarter, front rim,
Yeah.
back rim, side of rim. He just the bricks. He was like 12 for like 14, or 10 for like 14.
To
He
start
finished
the game, he
yeah,
was.
it was absolutely absurd his percentages, and then he missed his like 5 or 7 of his last 8 or 9 shots, and you know that's what the Celtics are doing. They're forced to play defense, and then he has to make a business decision.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have energy for offense, or is he actually gonna play defense? And I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I'm really curious the amount of blow-bys. They gotta put blow-bys in the
That
box
would be
score,
nice. I would
because
love to.
how many times did you not touch the guy and just let him take 1 pound dribble by you? Because
Yeah.
Doncic definitely led both teams in that stat.
It's absolutely disgusting.
That's because no one ever saw him play defense. At this point, no one will. Real quick, Jay's out. If we lose game 3, I'm rebooting the VMware server host midday. Jay, I'm taking away your rights on like right now.
What my buddy Kurt say?
Good night, Jay. All good, Javon. This is the best Kyrie has ever played. Celtics. We give him his own duck boat.
Is Kyrie Irving like a double agent?
There we go.
Is he tanking for the Celtics? I don't know.
I mean, if
he's played that bad.
I mean, if you
not been
lose
good.
12 games in a row to a team, somebody's got to start asking the question. Can we investigate Kyrie? Is he betting on these games? That's what we really got to figure out. That's because no one ever taught him to play defense this year. No one will. And why would he? Why would Doncic ever try to play defense when the media cannot? The media just cannot. Doncic is so amazing. And they never once talk about what's happening on the defensive end. You know, Doris Burke, all those guys, JJ Redick. Nobody's commenting. It's like, can we please get some like past player on the broadcast who knows defense, because these guys aren't even paying attention.
And you're right. And I can give you a prime example of what the problem is in the NBA is. The Celtics are not by much. I think they were up by like 4 points at halftime, right? The whole thing was a grind. It was a track to play. It wasn't a pretty first half. And when they go to halftime and they got the panel together to talk, the first thing they do is just praise Doncic. It's just right out of the gate. And it's like, oh, you got to get that in there. It's almost like they have to meet a quota. They have to get that in there. They have to praise Doncic. It's like, you guys watch the actual game. Doncic is losing by 4 points right now, okay? And Dallas is giving everything they got, and every shot they're making is like a miracle shot. Like, it's like they need the credit because our defense is so amazing. And you lead with Doncic's numbers.
Yeah,
like,
it's flashy. So cool. It's really flashy. And try Kyrie having to play serious minutes. They are being worn down. I mean, guys, is Kyrie popping off the screen? Like, is he a noticeable player for the Mavericks? He's really not.
No.
He's disappearing for me, and I absolutely love it. And this is the thing. Everyone's like, oh, Kyrie's not going to be best. Kyrie, this is what Kyrie is. The last 12 games, this is what he's been for us. We got Jeff Unknown.
Couple comments, Tim.
So that's what I just touched on.
Okay, you did.
The serious minutes. 40-plus minutes for each of these guys. I think at this point, they're probably pushing a record for minutes played, right, in the postseason with all the games they played. I got to say, I love the possibility from the Boston fans, TD Garden, cheering on the Celtics. You could feel the momentum shifting. It was awesome. I mean,
it's been called the best home crowd in the NBA. Like, players have said that from the other teams. They're like, yeah, that crowd, you can't hear yourself think. When those guys are going, those crowds, credit to us Boston fans, man. We want it, and we're gonna get it.
We love our guys
right now.
Like, and Porzingis talked about like when he came out of the tunnel in Game 1, and it's just like he felt like it was a WWE entrance.
Yeah.
Is this all for me? And it seriously was. We absolutely loved it.
I feel like the Celtics are getting a little bit lucky in this regard that someday Doncic is going to learn he needs to get in shape. Whether it's next year, 2 years, 3 years from now, can you imagine that guy if he was actually in shape?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he's straight out of the YMCA, that dude. And can you imagine if he was built like Tatum Brown, what he would do? He runs out of gas. He has, like you said, short rimming a lot of stuff. And there's too much on him. And we're lucky to get him now because a few years from now, he's probably going to be ripped and
We'll
It's
see.
probably gonna hit him.
So
I don't know.
so really quick before I touch on that, I just want to point out one more thing. If Doncic scoring dies, the rest of the team dies. If Tatum scoring isn't there, it doesn't matter. Look at
Yeah,
everything else
it
he did tonight.
doesn't.
Enough said. And that's the point. I mean, you have to make a decision.
Right again.
You have to make a decision if you just okay, my shot's falling.
Yeah.
How do I get people involved? Do I force up this 3-on-1 layup, or do I just dish
Yeah.
it a quick bounce pass Drew Holiday, who's controlled easy layup all night, and that was happening on repeat. And real quick about Doncic, we'll see if he gets ripped because it's the same story with Embiid, right? Yeah, it's the same story with even Jokic. Jokic won a chip last year. He's very special, but I saw something, and they're expert
He didn't get
stallers.
any more.
They're expert stallers in just the way they pace the game, and so overall, I mean, I don't know if Doncic is ever going to.
Why not? But you know what? Doing enough justice. We have to give more love to
Drew Holiday.
Oh my goodness! And I wish I'm so mad that Facebook screwed up because the old bull could have took a victory lap. I called it. I said, "This is." It feels like to me like a big Drew Holiday night. If you can find us on YouTube, the pregame, I said that, and Young Tab even says like a few times you called that with. Oh my God! How happy are you to have Drew Holiday on? He is. You know, some people like kind of like put their hair up on the back of their neck when we signed him to a 4-year big contract. Like, does he really? I mean, look what you don't do basketball if you do not appreciate Drew Holiday. He's just a constant professional. That dude is just awesome.
He's a winner.
Gives you when he sees his Tatum Brown, everyone else flourishing, having an amazing game, he just does the little things, stays out of the way. He sees everyone struggling like tonight. Nobody can hit a three to save their life or get a basket to save their life. That's what he's like. My boys need me. I'm taking over this town. And he eats their soul.
Yep.
He just knows when to do it. He knows that dude never forces anything.
Drew is a beast. Just like you're totally right.
Sneaky good play all the time. He's like Marcus Smart.
He's the
on 10 times steroids without the stupidity. It is so awesome to have. I cannot love that man enough. I'm so glad we have him for 4 more years. Even if the last 2 years he's going to be borderline Alf old.
That's fine.
Don't care.
And here, he is so clutch down the stretch. Doesn't get more important than that. And Tim, you nailed it. That three at the end is absolutely huge. And I mean, just and now kind of like bring it back to what we talked about with Doncic and him not playing. Drew Holiday is playing every second he's on the court. And there was one play, right, when Jason Tatum was pinned down under, double teamed, and no offense to our guys, everybody else on the court was standing on the three-point line, staring at Jason Tatum be double. Drew Holiday cuts to the basket, gets the bounce pass, nice easy layup, no fancy tricks or anything. And he's playing the game. He's not a spectator at any point. On defense, he's picking Doncic up full court, huge deflection. Remember that one? And deflection, and then passing it to Derek White to keep it in bounds. I mean, he's playing. He's 33 years old.
He's so
33 years old. He's playing the game every single time.
Oh, God bless Drew Holiday.
Yep.
Thank you, Brad Stevens and Baby Jesus with Hurley Monheer for bringing us Drew Holiday. Holy crap. Those days were so painful with Marcus Smart. You know, he'd win you some games, he'd lose you. For every game he won, he'd lose you 2. And it's like for every winning play he made, he'd kill you with 3 more.
It's controlled chaos with Drew Holiday. Controlled chaos.
Is there ever a time where you're like, Drew, what are you doing?
No.
Is there ever a time where you're like, Drew, what are you doing?
No.
I don't think there is.
Absolutely
I don't think there is.
And I mean, 33 years old, taking dudes up full court, just making the smart plays, everything we need. And what's crazy is people were dogging him for his shooting percentage when he was with the Bucks.
Yes. You're the one who was big on that.
Yeah.
You made an emphasis of that when the playoffs started. You're like, I hate this narrative that playoff Drew Holiday shooting sucks because he was the number 2 guy behind Giannis, you said, and you were right. And all the pressure was on him to generate offense. So he got double teamed a lot. He got the other team's best
Oh,
defender.
yeah.
Obviously, if the best defender was tall, they would take Giannis. But if the team's best defender was not tall enough to guard Giannis, guess who he was on?
Jrue Holiday.
Jrue Holiday. Guess who got the double team? Giannis and who else? Jrue Holiday. So
Yep.
yeah,
When Giannis
Jrue
was on the
Holiday
bench.
playoff shooting percentage was not great. And the young Cav called it. He said when these players say, he goes, you watch. He said he's like the fourth or fifth guy on our team, and I'm not worried about that.
No.
And guess what? The young Cav was right.
He was 4th in the team today in shots.
Yep.
And he led the team in points. And
4th in shots.
Fourth
he
in
led
shots.
the team in points.
White, Brown, and Tatum all had more shots than him. And
Yeah.
you know, also Giannis was hurt a lot when he was in the Bucks. So there's a lot of times when Jrue was the best. I think his Tim's here. His pace of playing gas with Mavericks too. So quick, back up, or no rest in transition.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Jrue Holiday complain about the call and waiting. He's hustling back. You know, overall, you know, shout out to Jrue. Shout out to Joe Mazzulla for another really good, really well played game. Only thing, okay, so Kurt, we can go.
Kurt, right when the young Cav jumps in about Mazzulla. Look at
Kurt,
right on the
listen,
ball.
you've never seen Kurt and I in the same place. We might be the same person. Okay, so Mazzulla maturity is night and day compared to last year. Completely agree. Only thing I wish Mazzulla did, call a timeout. Once Porzingis came up slow, call a timeout.
That's the one thing about tonight. Now we're gonna have to hear all the speculation. Did Porzingis re-injure that? That could be the only negative of the night. Did Jrue hurt that calf again?
Okay,
that's true.
Okay, so breaking news.
That calf.
So breaking news. I forget what her name is, but she said Joe Mazzulla says he has zero concern that Porzingis could miss Game 3, despite what issues with the calf. Mazzulla said he's good.
Is that a reputable source? I don't know about that.
It's Joe Mazzulla.
Oh,
Rachel Nichols.
Oh, she's got the blue check mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they're not going to lie. So my dad's been drinking Miller Lite. Okay.
What?
So I'm pretty sure people refer to that as like urine. Pretty much. I don't even know how much you could actually consider that's a beer. But what I will say, I'm sorry I don't want to drink Miller urine. Now, Joe Mazzulla actually said that Porzingis is good.
Okay.
So the hope is
it's a great night.
Yeah.
It's an absolute amazing great night.
Huge night.
And I just want to say, going back on Holiday, man, if he plays like this, not just like tonight, if he plays his usual steady, awesome self, I hope MVP. I hope he gets Finals MVP. Just to, Iguodala got it right when he had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on the team and Draymond Green. Man, if we can get, I almost feel like that solves a lot of things, right? Because if Tatum gets it, people are gonna be like, "Well, is Jaylen Brown? Is he bitter about it?" If Jaylen Brown gets it, people are gonna be like, "Well, is Jason Tatum bitter because Jaylen Brown got it?" Give it.
You know what?
I love that. You know what? And you know what? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, go for that MVP the next time in the finals. Love that.
What an awesome problem to have. Just like Tim said, we are so deep. Everyone's making positive impact in the game. Everyone's doing their job. The rotations on defense. I mean,
look at Jrue Holiday's stat line. 11 of 14. 2 for 4 from 3. 2 for 2 from 3.
11 rebounds.
4 offensive rebounds. No, keep it there. 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 0 turnovers.
What a game.
Oh, my goodness.
And at no point did he look frazzled. Did he look rushed? Every time, it's pretty much like he was out there by himself. Every time, because Tatum had some amazing passes. Every time Tatum passed it to him under the hoop, it was like payoff.
They
around
had some
Jrue.
Great chemistry.
And
Jrue had some great chemistry today.
At no point did he panic or try and make anything fancy. He just did what he did his job. He had a dunk this game too. Jackson,
my grandson, he's like, "That's the first time I've ever seen him dunk."
Oh, man. The Celtics. I mean, Sam Hauser 4 for 5 from 3. I mean,
Pritchard had that one. It was a huge shot, but man,
he had some great defense on Doncic. He had some great defense on Doncic at the end of the game.
did.
Back-to-back stops on Doncic.
And Hauser, like, dude, crap. This worries me, right? Because Hauser, if he can't do it at home, I mean, is he gonna do it in Dallas? I don't know. We'll see. And
I
we
mean,
need that dude. That's kind of important.
especially again, the Mavericks' defensive style on Tatum makes it so that hitting your open shots becomes so incredibly important
Yeah.
because they overhelp. The
Yep.
Mavericks are gonna send 2 or 3 or more people at the ball every time, and it's up to your ancillary guys to
Yeah.
hit their open shots. So Hauser missed some wide open shots. Pritchard hit him a wide open shot. We missed a wide open shot. I mean, Horford missed. Everyone missed wide open shots
Oh,
except for
every
him. It was super
it was
painful.
not. I mean, I feel like Holiday's not. He's like the only one who
Yep.
didn't miss a shot where I was like, oh, come on.
Yep. I mean,
Like,
Derek White still shot 40% from 3. He missed 6. Almost all 6 were wide open. He
yeah,
hit the hardest ones, but
it
man,
was. I mean, and so here we are.
2-0.
The old bull said, "We win tonight, the series is over." I think it's over.
Yeah.
I don't. I just don't. With the Celtics being the road killers and just eating those fan souls, winning. How can you look that up? How many road games have they won? I think it's like 8 or
Something.
9 road games in
Yeah.
a row the Celtics have won. So I just don't know. I don't. Is Dallas going to win? And by the way, Dallas has struggled at home in the playoffs. Is Dallas beating us 2 games in a row
Gonna
on
see.
when the Celtics have been the road killers? I don't. I mean,
We really what I gotta do is I gotta go look and see how the extra players perform for the Mavericks at home, right?
yeah,
You know, are they much better players? Are they not much better players?
yeah.
What are their home versus away stats?
I
So
don't think it's great because they've been a better road team than home team. So to me, if the Celtics win 1 road game out of the next 2, it's over. Celtics 4 games to 1, and then that means 2 of the games are gonna be in Boston if Dallas can somehow push it. They're not winning both of those games in another game in Dallas. They're just not winning 3 in a row against us.
yeah,
It's not. This series is over as far as I'm concerned. I just don't see Dallas beating us both games in Dallas.
yep. It's gonna be
And
interesting.
even if they do, we still have home court, which, we're
Okay.
taking
Now,
care of business
now
now.
you got Tim saying this whole thing. Game 3 will be a blowout, going to devour their collective soul. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And you can't let this catch on,
Oh,
okay?
let me tell you, if the Celtics win the next one, listen, I don't go games with a championship in Boston. I don't wanna do it. We win the next
Gotta cut him
You
out.
gotta cut him out in
Gotta
game 4.
finish
Game
him.
him out. Yeah, like Mortal Kombat. Rip his spine out, like fatality, all that stuff.
Yep.
Like stomp on
I mean,
their
they're giving,
brains.
like, quality minutes late in the game to guys like Dante Exum. Like,
I know.
come on, guys. There's
Yeah.
there's no reason we should not absolutely crush this team. I mean, you know, here's another good sign. Like, again, Porzingis was great this game, but it wasn't, like, the only reason we won this game, right? We're winning this in
Yeah.
unique ways. We're winning the quarters in unique ways, and I love it. The only way the Mavs are getting anything is if Doncic goes off. If Doncic goes off, then the Mavs, they have a little bit of a run, but they never actually play well.
No.
Every quarter, the Celtics are winning in a unique way, and it feels so good as a fan. So the first half in the
Yeah.
last game was Porzingis. The second half was more of like a Brown situation.
Yeah.
First half of this game, it was a collective, Drew Holiday was all game, but just overall,
And if you're
we
a
should have this.
basketball guy, get ready to be infuriated because when they show the highlights of this game on SportsCenter and all the other ones, it's going to be few key Celtics moments and about 20 Doncic shots.
Yep. Yep.
Yet the Celtics won because that's what it's gonna be. So get ready for that garbage on SportsCenter and all these other news outlets. I wanna hear this backpedaling that's about to take place.
Everyone had
On First Take, Get Up, Undisputed, Colin Coward. I wanna hear you tomorrow, okay? Well, I mean, I said Dallas, but, it did. I
Yeah.
wanna hear it. No, you're wrong. F you. You were wrong. You don't know basketball,
No.
okay? Because you don't know real basketball. So admit that. But you're not. You're gonna try to back up why you took Dallas and,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, that's gonna be
The
excuse after
Celtics have
excuse."
to keep taking care of business. That's it. I don't care what anybody says about anything. I don't want anyone to retain the garbage about the past. Take care of business. Sweep another team that
Yeah.
you're good enough to sweep. Win go what is it? Go what is it, 12 or 16-2
Oh, if
in the
they could win
playoffs.
the next game.
18
Oh,
games to
oh,
get banner 18. Make it happen. That's all I want.
that would be great.
I predicted
Yes.
them 4-0. That's what I predicted because that's how much better I think we
You
are.
predicted a sweep?
I predicted the sweep.
You
Yes.
did?
Yes.
I need to see as you kids say, I need to
I
receive the receipt.
I
I don't
have
remember that.
I have always been predicting the sweep, even
You did?
outside with Uncle Damon. You said Celtics in 5. He said Celtics. I said I predicted them in 4. I think this is a
You
Pacers
have that on
situation.
the
I
podcast?
I'll try and find it. Yeah.
I
They're
mean, I predicted a gentleman. You did?
no, I predicted that in a sweep. They're just
Alright.
gonna pile on Kyrie again and say he's the only reason they lost. What a joke. And I hope Kyrie gets an idea of, "Oh, this is why people don't like playing with Doncic." Yeah, because
Yeah.
guess whose fault it is whenever Doncic loses? Not him. It's Porzingis, it's Brunson.
Doncic.
Yep, yep.
Ole!
It's
Ole! Let this guy by. Let
it's
this guy
it's
by.
Grant Williams.
Yes.
It's all these guys, who go play him and
Right.
realize that he's a black hole on offense,
Yeah.
and he gets his, and then on defense, you know how many guys he was leaving dead in the water? Imagine being Derrick Jones Jr. You're guarding your guy just fine.
Yep.
Doncic just lets Jason Tatum come at you with a full head of steam, and you gotta move your feet,
Yep.
and stand in the restricted area and stop Jason Tatum in the lane because Doncic takes no
For
effort
you
to
to
stop
do
him.
that, and Tatum makes an amazing pass, 'cause
Yeah,
that's what he's been doing, 'cause he got 12 dimes tonight. He's just dropping dimes
and
left and right.
yeah, every time you guys gotta watch out for that. If you're watching a game, watch to see how often Celtics get a full head of steam into the lane because Doncic just
Yep.
let him go by,
Absolutely.
leaving his guy on a free island. So
One more comment from Tim.
yeah.
They're going to pile on Kyrie
Oh, yeah, you read that.
again. Yep.
Yep, exactly, and they're gonna pile on Kyrie, and we'll see how Kyrie can handle that mentally, because I can tell you what, he's not handling the crowd
What
mentally
was
very
his
well.
numbers for tonight?
He
Let me
what,
see.
7 for 18, 16 points?
What was it?
7 for 18, 16 points, something like that.
Give them to me, baby.
He was 7 for 18, 16 points, -3, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, 6 assists.
Not great.
Not great.
Not great.
So
Not good.
combined in both his games, he still hasn't broken 30 points. He hasn't hit a three-pointer in the finals.
He hasn't?
No.
He's so rattled by the Boston crowd.
We
He'll
have his
play better in Dallas. He'll be more comfortable, play a little better, but it's not gonna
That's because go ahead. That's because Tatum was putting Doncic
Yeah.
on skates every time they had a matchup. I think he just gave up.
Yeah. I mean, Dallas got so lucky tonight. This was their chance. The Celtics were trash from 3. Awful. Wide open three-point misses were dreadful. This was Dallas's chance, and they still could not capitalize. They just still couldn't. I
Yeah.
mean,
You're gonna have a hard time hoping the Celtics shoot 25%.
yeah, good luck with that. You think the Celtics are doing that the next 2 games? I don't care if it's on the road. The Celtics are amazing on the road.
Yeah.
They struggle at home.
8-0. It's 8-0.
Good luck with that.
They won the last 2 last season. They won 6 in a row this
Won 9 straight playoff games to this point, and they won 8 road games.
8 road games.
8 road games in a row. They will eat your soul. They will eat your soul with 20,000 fans screaming and cheering against the Celtics. They will eat your soul.
So
With those players on their own home court.
So here we are. 2 more days, and then so we have 2 days, and then we have our game. When's the next game? It is Wednesday, 8:30.
Yep.
They have the line at Dallas -1.5. So actually, they're picking Dallas to win that game right now. So if you wanna make some money, head over there. Some major disrespect to the road house of the Celtics.
Celtics pull off a win that night. The old bull is gonna be booking plane tickets to come up here.
Yeah, Friday, June 14th. So, yeah, go Celtics. I
am watching that. As soon as the Celtics hit 3 wins, I am coming up there. I'm watching with my family and friends. loaded the tank, and that's it. We're going streaking.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's doing it. I don't care if it's a little cold out.
Thanks everybody who took the time to come and talk to us. Really
You didn't
appreciate
see
it.
that school?
Of course I did. Of course. It's a classic. I seen my dad streak. Yeah, it was a Super Bowl where at the Hit Drive. It was
I was in
snowing.
my underwear.
You were in your underwear.
Snow Angels. I do snow angels.
He was in his underwear. He was in his
Championship.
briefs, and
In
he
the
ran
snow.
outside. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I've seen you wear enough to get probably a fine for indecent exposure. So in any case, thanks everybody who came in. Thanks for coming for our victory lap, and hopefully we repeat this 2 more times. That's it. 2 more. This team who is at the record. This record has to win 2 more games. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Enjoy your work week. Yeah.
Just subscribe on YouTube.